evening, everybody. It is my AFC East review. I have my good friends here, Will Vogel and Detroit Dom, who says, "What's a Jets fan?" I wonder why he says that.
I was a Jets fan before they made that trade for Aaron Rodgers. I've been a Jets fan for almost 30 years.
Pardon me. I know. We talked about this. Because I called you a closet Jets fan, and then the next show you said not so closet Jets fan.
Never.
Now you are back in the closet, not going to show it anymore after tonight.
Literally out of the closet.
Nice, Robbie Anderson. And we have Will Vogel. How are you doing tonight, Will?
Doing good. I'm doing good, Jeremy. How are you?
Fantastic.
Did you try to call Jeremy Scott?
Yes,
Come on.
he did.
You're not
that
old
old
enough
yet.
to be calling people by the wrong names.
Dude,
Hey,
I'm tired. It's been a long week.
that being said, I want to say right now, Austin Eckler got his deal. I don't know the details. If you know it,
Oh,
he has been re-signed by the Chargers.
let me look. R.I.P. Tina Turner.
Yes.
It's been a rough 7 days.
Yeah. Tina Turner, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. I knew Jim Brown was old. I didn't realize Tina Turner was in her 80s.
Yeah.
She lived a long time.
And still had the legs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Austin Eckler last year killed it. He had 13 touchdowns, averaging 4.5 yards per carry. He caught 107 passes. He had 915 yards running in 204 attempts and in 54 career starts. In 89 games, he had 34 touchdowns and caught 29, amassing 7,125 total yards. And there's a lot of incentives with this contract. I think one was like Pro Bowl, and then there's like some other ones. Dom probably can find it.
I'm looking at it right now. Up to $1 million for total yards. Up to 600,000 for touchdowns. Another 150K for Pro Bowl.
Yep, Pro Bowl.
Yeah, so he didn't really sign a new deal. He just basically got a little bit more money and then some more incentive laden
for his extension.
Yeah. A few more years, right?
I don't
think so.
Rework contract.
Yep.
Adds 1.75 million in reachable incentives. I don't know. I know he wasn't going to be a free agent, but at some point earlier in the offseason, he was on the trade block.
Oh yeah. Well, they wanted to see what they could get because they wanted to move up and get like a second or third round pick to grab a running back, is what I heard, is what they were trying to get out of Austin Eckler. And that makes perfect sense. With the guy getting older, he's missed a couple games here and there, not many, mind you.
He doesn't miss a lot of games. He gets banged up like almost every game.
Right, where he misses like 2 drives, or he misses a quarter,
right.
or he misses.
He's a rich man's DeAndre Swift.
And the good thing is, like, that team is young. Like, you got Herbert, of course. You got Isaiah Spiller behind him, who was a decent college running back. And then you just drafted Quentin Johnson from TCU, the good receiver. So
that's right. They did get him.
And they also have Mike Williams. They have Keenan Allen still. They're
speaking of guys that get hurt.
Yeah,
both of them.
They're
I wish Eckler would have left, because I would love to see exactly what Justin Herbert isn't.
Right.
Without a safety valve like Eckler.
Isaiah Spiller, who's decent.
DC 8091 says, "Greetings from Fort Myers Airport. Delayed flights suck, but at least I get more time in Florida." Absolutely.
I've been to that airport many times.
That being said, I'm going to get into the 3 rule changes that happened that the owners have voted in. The first one is that all teams can carry now a third quarterback on the roster that does not count towards a roster spot. That is wonderful news, especially for teams that have constantly injured quarterbacks, a.k.a. Ravens.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I think
Ravens, Dolphins,
Niners.
Yeah.
I think that rule was mostly for the Niners.
It was proposed by the Lions.
Right.
I
And
think
the
it's
other,
a
Which is
good
crazy.
rule. I think it's a good rule because I think all teams should be allowed to carry 3
right,
quarterbacks on a roster.
so essentially we have a 54-man roster available now, which means
You know who doesn't like the rule? Tom Tupa.
you want to know what I think about this? It's a great rule because that extra roster spot that doesn't count against the 53-man roster also doesn't count against the salary cap.
Right.
So
That's why too. Yeah, I agree. It's a
that
great rule.
makes a very good reason to carry a third active QB on your roster, which means we don't have to cut Suckfelt, who is really good at holding the clipboard and using the surface to stare
Right.
at
I was
Goff.
gonna say who's the one we got. I don't think we got him in UDFA from Kansas
Oh,
State.
you mean
The one that the Cook boys hate.
yeah, and I hate him too because I've done some research.
Martinez.
Aiden Martinez, 51 total touchdowns in his career, 59 turnovers.
He was pretty good at Nebraska though.
No, he. I heard Nebraska
Decent.
fans say they hated him. But anyway,
Well, because those idiots thought he was the savior. There is no savior. Although I'm not saying this year, but last year and for 20 years, I talked all the mess about Tennessee and Nebraska being in college football purgatory. Tennessee finally heard
you know
me.
what I'm interested in seeing happen? Because he played quarterback. That means we could put him on the roster, and he wouldn't have to go to the practice squad. We wouldn't have to protect him. Cato and Thompson.
Yeah.
Put him as quarterback, and he's an active player on the roster that you can put in anytime, and he's played running back, fullback, tight end, and wide receiver.
Just fold away Martinez and go get Eric Barriere already.
Yeah, I agree. I would grab Eric Barriere as a second-year UDFA right now. He would be head and shoulders above Nate Suckfelt.
I was going to say, I'd groom him to be the backup.
Right, because
and I would give him damn near every snap in the preseason.
And he has enough athleticism. He'd be a great backup for Hendon Hooker going forward. Because I still say Hendon Hooker was drafted to be negotiation with Goff to keep him at his current level. That way, if they do extend him, it makes him still tradable and palatable to other teams trading for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because in an expiring contract at $35 million and the current price of quarterbacks, who's going to trade for him?
Right.
That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was done. Hey, we got a third round pick that's only going to cost us about at most $1 million a year the next 4 years. Guess what?
Right.
We don't
That's
need you
the
to
thing.
stay.
Well, but if, like I said when we made that trade, I want to see Goff retire a Lion with 3 Super Bowl rings.
That would be fantastic, but I'm not sure that would happen either. Because he hasn't been hurt a lot, but he has been hurt. He's been sick. He's been this. He's been that. Brian Roy, those other shows were not my shows. I decided to share shows that I am a guest on because it was an option through StreamYard and other streaming services. I just put them on my channel so so you guys can see that I talk more than just football. I actually talked basketball this morning. I was also a part of Russell Wayne's show. I wanted that out there so that I can help him grow his show. I can help Scott grow his show and help Coach Dante grow his NBA show. I'm trying to show that I have a little more in the tank than just football. And the reason why I'm wearing this, we're not talking about our division, but some of our talk will come up, so I'm looking like a broadcaster instead of a fan. That being said, the next rule that was approved, any fair catch on a kickoff or that goes out of the end zone is automatically coming out on the 25, whether you catch it on the 20, whether you catch it on the 15, 10, 5. If it's fair caught because you look like you're going to get killed, it automatically goes to the 25. And it's more to stop the major hits on a fair catch that tend to happen.
I think that's a great rule. I like that rule. And safety in the game is important.
And thank God it's only on kickoffs. If it had been on punts, I'd have been so pissed.
Oh, I
Right.
would too. Oh, I would have.
Oh yeah, you can't do that because it essentially eliminates
The co-
flipping field
right.
position.
It would
Like
eliminate. It would
the
eliminate the
coffin kick no
coffin.
longer
Right,
exists.
because then everybody's going to try to catch it and do fair catch, move to the 20.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I love the way the rule is written, and it's smart, and it's for safety. And there was
Exactly.
one other rule I wanted to touch on, and because we went too long and outside the box, I forgot what it was.
What was the other one? I can't remember. Hang on, let me check the mobile box of knowledge.
That rule sucks. Do it on the touchbacks. No, if they fair catch it, it's a touchback. It's to save people from smashing someone. DC. It's about the player safety.
According to this, it's Thursday Night Football flex scheduling.
Oh yeah, but the rule is they have to do it 28 days in advance. That way, if the
Right.
fans get a hotel or something
Yeah,
and it changes,
to accommodate people's travel plans.
they can move the hotel to the later date for Sunday or whatever. That's what it's
I kind of like it though because historically, last year I want to say there was actually quite a few good games, but
no.
no. Oh no, beginning of the year there was some good games. Historically, they've been bad.
The first
And
game of the year was good, and then we had 7 straight weeks of dog
the
crap.
first game this year is going to be great when we beat the defending champs.
Amen. I said we're going to win
It's
that game.
happening.
Right, and we're also
It's
going to
happening.
smack the Seahawks in the mouth, and then we're losing in week 3.
No, not beating the Seahawks.
Yes, we are.
I hope you're right.
Because Geno Smith will then look like Eugene Cyril Smith.
Wow, put some respect on that man. Wait, who won comeback player of the year last year?
It was someone that was hurt that came back. It wasn't Geno.
It wasn't Geno?
No.
Can't remember.
I mean, he's got to give a lot of that credit to Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. I mean, and let's talk about somebody who wants to exit another team in our division. Dalvin Cook. He's going to be a cap casualty if he isn't traded out. Because on June 1st, the cap gets friendly enough to get rid of him, and then they can finally re-sign all their rookies.
He wants to or should be going to one of the AFC East teams that we're talking about. He wants to go to Miami. He should go to Buffalo.
Yeah, I think he should go to Buffalo. I think
I
you're
do
absolutely
too.
right.
And it's going to hurt Minnesota a lot because Alexander Madison, in my mind, is not.
They're trash anyways.
Alexander Madison, in my mind, no way, no how you're a number 1 running back in this league. You are second string running back. Your name says second string running back because I've seen your workload.
He's decent, but he's not great. Here's the thing.
I mean,
he doesn't garner 8 men in the box, which means you won't have 3 men covering Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and KJ Osborne. You know what that means?
Right.
They're going to double Jefferson. If Jordan Addison starts to show out, they can double him and put single coverage on KJ Osborne.
Yeah, I think their running game is going to be really bad this year, honestly.
I'm just saying Dalvin Cook requires 8 men in the box on 2 downs.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, those 2 downs that he's healthy.
Every game. Yeah.
They should just trade Kirk Cousins. I mean, Dalvin Cook's gone. Trade Kirk Cousins to San Francisco and just start this rebuild in earnest right now.
Get rid of Hunter, get rid of Harrison Smith.
Now is the perfect time for them to do it.
Right, because next year is when there's almost no dead cap whatsoever for Kirk because this is the second year of that extension. So there's still dead cap to deal with where they don't save as much as you would think. Well, I could understand them waiting a year, but if he has a bad year, no one's going to trade for him.
They could get some defensive player from San Francisco. They've got 30 good ones for Kirk Cousins and just start that rebuild.
Yep, I agree.
And hope and pray that Justin Jefferson, wants to. What's he got? Let's see. This was his second year. You get 3 or 4 years as a rookie.
4, I think.
All right.
Or 3 and an option for 4.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, probably 4 and a 5th year option, right?
For a first round.
So you hope and pray that you can turn things around and he stays.
Right. here we go. I'm going to do the few comments we have, and then we're actually going to get into the AFC reviews. Brian Three Cushion says, bring back clotheslining, huh? Facebook user, my guys, what up, Faze? And what's up, guys? Well, seeing as how I don't have names, just type in what your name is. I think one's going to be Steve Bauer, and the other one might be one of the Cook boys, or it's Jordan, because he said the Bills win the division earlier. I think that was him. But
They should.
they should. Yeah, because they didn't do anything to hurt them this offseason, and they didn't get any better, but did they need to get better?
No.
They needed to get better at running back, and they didn't.
That's the one thing they didn't. They still got Devin Singletary, so that's a good thing.
Singletary's gone.
Singletary is gone?
Oh, that's right. Where'd he go?
Oh, that's right. He's with Damian Pierce. That's the one.
Yeah, so now they have, hey, maybe they go get Dalvin Cook since they have his brother as well.
That makes sense. They should grab Dalvin Cook. That would be a perfect fit for them. And I think their O-line is a little better than Minnesota's and can keep them healthier.
Yeah, and
I mean, there was rumors several months ago about them trying to get Derrick Henry.
Right,
and that would be great for however many carries he holds up.
The Bills want,
if nothing else, at the goal line.
The Bills,
like Josh Allen in Buffalo, it's starting to remind me of Carson Palmer in Cincinnati. Like, they just want to get this guy killed.
Yeah, you know what it's starting to remind me of? Matthew Stafford in Detroit.
Oh, it's Stafford.
In Detroit.
Yeah,
Buffalo's O-line's better than ours ever was with Stafford, and their defense is way better.
Their defense is exactly what our 2014 defense should have been in 15, 16, and 17.
Yeah, the only tough thing I think about the Bills also besides
it's funny because you started that out, and I was going to reach through because I thought you were going to compare them to the 14 defense.
No.
I'm like, no.
What it should have been those next 3 years had we done it right.
Right.
The Bills definitely need a running back, and also they play the Chiefs and the Eagles this year, so those games will definitely be key games to watch out for.
I'm not saying he's a horse, but Kareem Hunt's still out there.
Yeah, that's another one that would be a good fit there. He's that scat back, the receiving back that would really help.
If nothing else, like just throw the dump off.
I mean, if you got Dalvin Cook and Kareem Hunt both in the Bills organization, that is a 1-2 punch that almost no team has.
True.
So that being said, I got the Bills taking first. I got their window of wins between 11 and 13 again. Does anybody disagree with that?
No, I agree.
I don't know about 13, but yeah, 11 or 12. Pending.
I always do a
Josh
3-game window.
Because
I do a 3-game window for all of them, just because I think that's better.
That's fair.
I mean,
I saw some photos of Josh Allen the other day. He lost some weight.
Rodney White Sr. Hey, DC 8091. You got an extra cigarette and barrel?
Rodney White Sr. Is that the father of former Piston great Rodney White?
And then he says beer burp. And Brian Roy says he agrees. Second place, I have it as a toss-up. I'm giving both these teams the same win window, and that's 9 to 11 wins. And that's the Jets and the Dolphins. Just because the defenses are that good. Miami has the best secondary probably in the NFL right now because the Eagles didn't really address theirs properly this offseason with what happened. So now they move up to that top spot. And
go ahead.
The front seven of the Jets is scary.
And they have the best corner in the NFL, arguably.
One of them, yeah.
I agree. I think the front seven of the Jets is scary. They have Sauce Gardner. We know what he can do. They got Aaron Rodgers. Breece Hall's going to be healthy, which is nice.
And they drafted somebody to complement him.
Yep, and you got Garrett Wilson. And then the thing about the Jets is last year they lost 6 out of their 10 losses were one-score games. I can't see that happening this year with Rodgers especially. But yeah, I got Jets in second place with like 9 or 10 wins.
And the Patriots look improved, but I don't think it's enough to contend for the division, but I do have them in that 7 to 9 win window.
Yeah,
There's a
I'll go.
there's at least a small possibility that everyone in the division could finish over 500.
Right. I'd say that I think the worst team could finish at 9 wins as a top.
Yeah, and I'll make a note real quick on the Dolphins. Then I'll go.
It's like the opposite of the NFC South.
Right. And it's,
Speak of the
I mean, I'm really upset because I posted in 4 different multiple divisional NFL groups, and I couldn't get one fan from any of those teams to want to come on. So I say they're all in witless protection.
Oh, the NFC South?
No, the AFC East.
on the AFC
For tonight.
NFC South. Dumb.
Oh, man, I could have got probably a Bills fan.
That's okay. They didn't want to show.
I'm gonna make a point on the Dolphins. The reason I have them on third is keep Tua healthy. That's the main thing. That's gonna make or break this year. And then going the Patriots way, I think it's 7 to 9 wins. I'm leaning towards 8. You had a quarterback. Your offense was so dysfunctional last year with who's going to start. Is it going to be Mac? Is it going to be Bailey? Is it going to be Mac? Is it going to be Bailey?
That'll get decided at the end of preseason. The thing is, you got to remember, offensive coordinator-wise, they didn't have one. They had Matt Patricia and Joe Fudge.
And now it's Bill O'Brien's back. But I wanted to add also the Patriots added Juju and Gesicki in their offense.
Oh, they got Gesicki?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
They added them to the offense in the off season. So in my lineup, I got Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots. I'm gonna go 11 wins, 11 to 12, 9 or 10, 8 and 9 with the Dolphins, and the Patriots 7 or 8.
And that might happen, but I think that division's good enough. And outside the division, it's not like they're playing a bunch of barn burners other than whoever they matched up again.
No, that's true.
And the Jets get the easier schedule because they were last in the division and didn't make the playoffs.
Right. I don't know
Patriots,
who.
Excuse me, but they were third.
I don't know who the division. I don't know who their 2 whole division sets of games are. I mean, I'm sure I could look.
I don't know either, but that's my rankings: Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots.
That's pretty much how I have it. I have Jets and Dolphins probably right around the same number of wins interchangeably.
It's up to his health if he's injury prone.
Right. Well, yeah, Rodgers too, pending on quarterback health.
Yeah.
And that's the other subject I wanted to bring up now that we've gone through what we think is going to happen divisional wise.
Okay, so the AFC East gets the NFC East and the AFC West.
Wow, that's brutal.
Tough.
But I'm saying outside of those divisions, it goes by where you placed on the other divisions you play.
Right.
So the Jets get to play the Packers.
Yes, which they'll beat for sure.
Well, that depends.
I don't see that game.
The Jets should get the Packers. They were third place in the division. Pats were last.
True.
So they'll get the Bears. I think the Pats will win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that either.
Last place was the Texans in the AFC South.
They do get the Texans. They also get the Falcons. Wait, that can't be right. I mean, I refuse to believe.
They also get to play the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers, Jets. Oh, okay, same conference. Because I was going to be like, how do the Jets and the Lions both get the whole AFC West, but the Jets are in that conference? Yes, they get AFC West, NFC East.
That's tough.
Somebody, I don't know who it was, but a fairly reputable, I don't know, football guy had the Lions as like the 4th or 5th best team in the whole NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And below Dallas.
I don't get that.
I don't get either.
That's how we end our playoff win drought. At home, blowout, Dallas.
I can see it.
And I'm probably going to go to that the game at the Jerry Dome.
Are you?
Because it's on, January 30th. Too bad 300 level tickets are like $200.
That'll be fun though.
Absolutely. Road games are where it's at. Raiders. Here's the real question. Who's the Raiders' backup at quarterback?
Well, since he's a minority shareholder, I think it's Tom Brady. He'll be the first owner player.
I was just about to say, for the Dolphins, but are you allowed to have ownership in one team and play for another?
No. You have to. If you're going to be able to play, it'll be for the team you're part owner of.
Oh, the backup in Las Vegas is a familiar name. Brian Hoyer. Oh, they got Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
They also still have Amir Abdullah.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh, it's like the Patriots West. Garoppolo, Hoyer, Jacoby Myers, Philip Dorsett.
Devontae Adams. Would that be their version of Randy Moss when he was a Patriot?
Man, all those touchdowns that Brady threw to Moss, and they couldn't beat
the Giants.
Right, either time.
I know.
Like, here's the real question. How far on the outside looking in is Eli Manning from the Hall of Fame without those 2 Super Bowl wins against Brady?
Regular season wise, very far.
I think he's 500.
Right.
Is he not? Regular season record?
Like
he's got
505 or 510, something like that.
And his touchdown to interception ratio is not good.
Like 1.5.
You know what he is? He's Terry Bradshaw 2.0.
Yeah. Slightly better than Troy Aikman.
But Eli will always have a soft spot in my heart because he stopped Brady from getting 2 more rings.
Yeah. The schedule for Detroit isn't going to help them. What are you talking about? That schedule is very favorable for Detroit.
The road schedule is tough.
It may be, but it's not. There's not 3 games back to back on the road like there has been the last 3 years.
Eli is regular season. He is 117 up, 117 down, 500. I mean, even Bradshaw had a way better regular season record.
That must be Jordan. That's what I'm guessing. They need rest by week 9. I actually like the fact that if you look at our schedule, it gets progressively easier every week.
Let's have a look-see.
Should we bring up the injuries or not yet?
That's what I forgot to bring up. I was getting ready to say it.
Packers. No, I would not. I would disagree wholeheartedly. Like, okay, yes, the Seahawks are easier than the Chiefs. The Falcons are
way easier.
Okay, I could see that there. Easier than the Seahawks, then the Packers,
which will probably be easier than the Falcons.
Panthers is a toss-up for you guys. I think we're going to have another close game with you guys again.
Oh, no. Can I cuss?
Go ahead.
We're stomping the shit out of you.
I hope not.
But I hope we both of our teams win big money in the lawsuit.
What lawsuit?
The Panthers and the what am I trying to say? They're suing somebody about field conditions for that game last year.
Oh yeah, they are. Forgot about that.
Thank God I didn't go to that game. I'd still be in jail. Chargers. Actually, yeah, schedule not that tough.
Yeah. I mean, the Chargers is our hardest one in the middle of the schedule, right? And are we home versus them, or is that away?
It's on the road.
Okay. That's going to be one of our harder games in the middle of the schedule.
I think and I think you guys have a good schedule. We talked about it.
And on short rest because we play on Monday against the Raiders. We got to go to that game, Jeremy.
Yes.
I'm going to not fight any Raiders fans because they have knives.
Felicity Jean says, keep it up, guys. I love you all.
Thanks, Felicity Jean. We love you too.
The two key factors
Broncos.
are Montgomery and Goff. Montgomery ran behind the worst O-line statistically over the last 3 years and still managed to get 800 yards. He just got into what a lot of the professional pundits are saying a best run O-line he's ever had that created 4.3 yards of no contact for running backs last year.
He makes guys miss. I don't know that he's a key. I mean, Goff is the key factor. Well, no. Goff is the key factor on offense. The key factor is the defense.
Can Goff be a better passer? He was top 10 last year. What are you talking about?
How much better do you want him to be?
He was 4-to-1 touchdown ratio, interception ratio.
Last year. Yeah.
And he still has, since before we got him, and still currently has the best passer rating amongst all current quarterbacks in play action.
Yeah, he's great. I like Goff had a really good year last.
My only worry is red zone.
He needs to use all his wideouts. Oh my God, he does.
He already does, dude.
Doesn't every quarterback?
St. Brown, he uses
Raymond Reynolds. He used JMO when he not just one. He doesn't just use one guy. He also used
I'm
all
not
three.
even a Lions fan.
He used all three of the tight ends that we had after Hawkins
The
was gone.
tight ends had the best season statistically for touchdowns in our franchise history, and we got another really good one.
He does.
He does spread the ball
Oh my
out.
God, this guy's a hater.
I'm not a Lions fan. I'm a Panthers fan, but I know Goff spread the ball like crazy.
If it wasn't for Goff in that Carolina game, we'd have got blowed out by 40.
My favorite is all the people that are like the Lions fans, and then the non-Lions fans doubters like, oh, you're screwed. Jameson Williams going to miss 6 games. Guess what? He missed a lot more than that and caught 1 ball. We still had a top 5 offense.
Wait a minute. We threw better to our tight ends after Hawkinson was gone than we did
That was
really this
addition,
year.
subtraction.
Goff, so many completions.
He can hold the ball long. He can make a panini before he throws the ball on that.
I was going to say he can sit in the pocket and make a sandwich.
This guy needs to watch the whole footage of the Lions last year. And I'm not even a Lions.
He's focusing on the one game where we faced his team and we looked like dog crap because everyone was hurt.
What,
the Patriots.
What? Oh. Yeah, that was bad.
It was bad. We only had one receiver on the field, and it was Josh Reynolds because Amon-Ra got hurt. Shark was already out.
The only time that we beat the Patriots in several years, Matt Patricia was the coach.
Oh, God.
And that was because Bill Belichick let him.
Probably.
To make it look like a good signing for the Lions. But that was our first win of the season. I remember that. 31-10.
Yep.
Made Tom Brady look
Patriots.
good.
That was the year.
Yes, he is.
That was the year the Patriots won the Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm. When they came back and beat Falcons.
Yep.
No,
that was when they beat the Rams, I thought.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Also...
Oh, you're right.
Oh, then I'm thinking the next year.
You're right.
We got hosed with Golden Tate and the runoff because we were about to win another game and be ahead of the defending NFC champs.
Yep.
That's fine. We got a better Golden Tate. His name's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I love Golden Tate. Go look at Golden Tate's numbers before and after Matt Stafford.
The reason why the Lions drafted what they did and Jahmyr Gibbs, Antoine Green, and Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is the receiving weapon we never had in T.J. Hockenson. T.J. Hockenson could do a lot of things, but he didn't make guys miss.
And Jeremy, you know what? You and I both agree. You know what Laporta's really good at? High pointing the ball.
Mm-hmm. You know what else he's really good at? You know what else he's got? The highest missed tackle rate in college football last year. He was on a team that struggled offensively, yet he led them in yards, touchdowns, and receptions.
I think Laporta is going to be what Hawkinson was supposed to be.
Except we don't expect him to block, nor should he have to.
It's going to be.
That's what we got Brock Wright and whoever stays behind him for.
Mitchell.
I'm calling it right now.
I think Mitchell's going to end up getting moved to fullback.
Kittle, I'm calling it right now. Kittle.
Fine with he played some H-back in college, right?
Yep. He played fullback too.
He can get those goal line carries.
I could see Laporta being a Kittle 2.0.
George Kittle has already came out and put his stamp of approval on Sam Laporta.
Very flattering comments. And I bet he stays healthier than Kittle.
We only had 3 games where we didn't score 20 points, and one of them was against the Patriots. One was against the Cowboys. And who was the other one where we started to get blown out? No, we still scored over 20 points versus Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Because we came back and almost won that.
I could see you getting 20-plus points per game. Heck yeah.
We might creep up on 30.
Yeah.
I think we were averaging almost 30. I think we were averaging
almost
30.
If the defense is just the average of the first 8 games and the last 9, that's in the teens. Better defense means more opportunities on offense.
Like I said, yeah, I like your guys' defense a lot. I like Hutch. I like Rodriguez. I like that other guy from Jackson State. I like Campbell. I think you got
the problem.
You got CJG or CJG.
No, you said it right.
Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Yeah, your defense is gonna be really good this year. Like really good this year.
It just needs to be average.
I think your
defense if it's just 20th.
Boy, we averaged 26.6 points per game last year, and that's with having a goose egg, 6 points.
We failed to score 20 against the Patriots
and the Cowboys.
Oh wait, team. Patriots, Packers, but we won that game.
And the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 of those games were before we got rid of our defensive passing game coordinator.
No.
And we raised ourselves. We were historically bad defensively through that. We were 32nd and on the way to beat how bad the 2019 defense was for the Lions. Yet we raised it to 27th in scoring by the end of the season. In order to do that in 10 games, do you know what you have to do?
I want to say we were like a top 12 defense in those last 10 games.
I rounded it off because some of them were high, some of them were low. I rounded it off to 15.
15's fine. And our defense is more that than what it was early in the year.
Right. Plus, the rookies all got better.
Yeah.
I think the guy that should get comeback player on the year, if he does anything like what he did in college this year, will be Josh Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still don't know exactly what he is.
And I'm not talking for the NFL, I'm talking for the Lions. Because every team does their own little award ceremony too.
Right.
Very true.
Still need another DT, I think.
I think Roderick Martin is going to turn some heads.
I hope so.
Yeah, I like.
Plus, Anzarike might survive and continue his career.
They're saying he looks really good and may be able to play by preseason.
That'd be great.
His rehab has been going very well. This is the 3rd week of OTAs for most teams. How's your team holding up? Have you heard anything, Will Vogel, about your Panthers?
Not much. I know Bryce Young's playing well. That's all I know.
You should hope so.
Oh, they gave him a step stool?
No, they gave him platform cleats.
Exactly. No, I actually haven't heard a lot, honestly. No.
Come on, that's funny.
That receiving, they did him dirty. Like, for God's sake, learn something from the Lions. Like, y'all went Joey Harrington. Didn't you pick second?
No, they picked first.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so even worse.
They went.
So you
went
draft a quarterback. So you draft a quarterback after getting rid of your best receiver in the offseason. Like that's.
Yeah, trust me, I'm mad about that too.
But
You did get DJ Shark, though. He'll look sweet for 3 weeks. You'll be real excited about DJ
I'm
Shark.
excited. You know what I'm really excited for? I'm actually excited for Thielen. I know he's on the older
He's
side, but
older than me and Jeremy combined.
I like
And he
Thielen.
misses more games than Swift a year.
Ooh, ouch. Swift only missed 4 games last
Right.
year, but if you add up the portions of games that he missed, it adds up to more like 7 or 8. Because how many of those games was he on
Out a
like
quarter or
a closing pitcher's pitch count? Like 6 carries, 7 carries. Oh, I'll look right now. Watch him have the best season of his career.
Lions news just in. James Houston changed his number from 59 to 41.
I wonder why.
I think one of the rookies is taking 59.
I wonder if
I know who it is.
Campbell's
I have a weird stinking suspicion that somebody's making the roster.
I feel like Campbell's gonna take. I think Jack Campbell should take that number. because
Number
I've heard
59 in your programs and
Number 1 in your hearts.
Trevor Nowaski, Saginaw Valley State.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Okay, here's Swift's game logs for
him?
carries.
Are they looking at him, Jeremy?
We signed him as a UDFA.
Nowaski.
Only missed 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
15, 5, 7. Misses 3 games. 5, 2, 6, 5, 14, 6, 8, 4, 11, 6. 99 carries.
99 carries. How many yards did he get last year?
542. 5.5 per carry on 99 carries. That's Jamal Charles.
I think that's a sign that Trevor Nowaski may make the roster because his number was 59 for Saginaw Valley State.
That would be cool.
Of course, you're talking about a guy that's 6'4", weighs 200 and almost 240, and runs a 4.5 40 also as a linebacker.
All I'm saying is Jack Campbell is the heaviest linebacker we've had since one Chris Spielman.
Yep, and Trevor Nowaski would be a close second.
I'm tired of these 5'10", 226-pound guys.
Oh, Malcolm Rodriguez? You're tired of that? He played well, though. Hey, he had better stats than a guy that was picked in the first round by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Joey Porter Jr.?
Linebacker.
Dick Face from Michigan.
Devin Bush. He had better stats than Devin Bush, a first-round pick.
I didn't know that.
And that's with Devin Bush being in his 4th year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be honest. On 30 teams, Malcolm Rodriguez is not a starter.
I understand that. And I've said this. I said what he is above average. But you move him to outside because you get some true middle linebackers now. And he's a much better player. Then he gets to be a misguided missile, which is where Jared Davis should have been, was outside.
Right. That's the other thing we need is a veteran linebacker. How much cap room we got left?
We haven't signed all of the rookies yet, and we're at 18.
This is like right now is the absolute dead zone for NFL news until training camp ramps up.
Our depth piece that we signed is Jermaine Ifridi, the guard/tackle. Of course, he only played like 8 snaps last year before he got hurt for Atlanta.
Speaking of Atlanta, okay, what's 12 times 17?
12 times 17. Let's see.
204.
Yep.
So I'm finding the bet I'm taking the under on 200 pass attempts for Desmond Ridder
per game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every game. I think you can put $10 on that and win 15 every time.
I think they might win that division.
You know what's funny is I think it's coming down to the Falcons and Saints.
Same, which means we need to beat them both.
Yes.
I don't even care if we lose to Carolina again.
No. I think Carolina is up and coming, but I think they're going to be battling for second place.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a race to 8.
Whichever one of those two don't make the top, will probably end up in third because I think it's going to be whoever wins, the Panthers, and whoever lost between the Saints and Falcons. And
Right.
I'm not putting either one of them there because we're going to be doing the NFC South here in let's see. Next week is NFC East. The week after that is AFC South. 3 weeks. We do the
Sweet.
NFC South. So I know you'll be in on that.
Let's go.
I'll be here in my Warren Sapp creamsicle jersey, or maybe Cadillac Williams, or maybe Josh Freeman.
I'll be wearing my Panthers, of course.
Of course you should.
I hope
I just think from now on, when I do my NFL shows, plus I go right from this to the Sports Exchange, I should be being neutral as a host.
I hope I can make the show because I never know what my shifts are going to be with this new job.
Yeah, hey, good luck. I hope it's well. Since you know it's ahead of time, you can put in for that day off that night.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Once you start, you can because it's 2 weeks out. That's the way they do scheduling at any retail store.
Oh no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. If they say, "What do I have a preference?" I'll just say during the day, late morning.
Or just say you want Wednesday nights off. That's it, because nobody's gonna bitch in retail about somebody wanting Wednesday nights off.
Well,
ask Dom.
Facts.
Wednesday night off will be your easiest night to get off in retail.
I'm gonna need off in like 4 weeks. I have a wedding.
But that's fine. But you put
that's on the weekend, sir.
And that's on the weekend, and that's going to be hard to do when you're new. I'm not going to lie.
No, I know they're not going to like it.
Is there any? Oh, we got the Panthers about to put. Who are they playing in the?
Canes.
You know, it's funny. So, I mean, first of all, Florida is absolutely fearless right now. It reminds me of the '94 Panthers with Detroit native John Van Beesbrook. They made it all the way to the finals. And then this year, they put out the best regular season team in history. And then after that first round, Vegas had Toronto as the odds-on favorite to win the Cup, which was not happening. Toronto won the first round, and they were like, "Oh, that's our Stanley Cup. We made it out of the first round." They gentlemen swept them. Gentlemen swept them. Now they're going to sweep. I already forgot. Who are they playing? The Canes.
Carolina, but don't.
And then after the second round, I don't know that they were odds-on favorite, but friend of the show, Tyler, said he's like, "Oh, I think the Canes are going to win the Cup." I said, "They're playing the Panthers, sir."
Is he a Blackhawks fan or is he a Panther fan?
Blackhawks.
So
no one's a Panthers fan.
In the NBA, since the Lakers got swept, as we all wanted.
Yes.
I have it coming down to Nuggets and Heat.
Well, yeah, the Heat aren't going to blow a 3-1 lead.
I think they're going to lose tonight and win it at home.
They lost last
night. They played last night. Games tomorrow.
Lose tomorrow night.
They might lose one more.
Yeah, they're going to lose in Boston. In Boston.
Wow. Yeah, Craig Monroe, career versus Zach Greinke.
I know.
You know what the Nuggets said to the Lakers? Get the hell out of here! Slapped them.
Do you have a broom sound?
No.
Because that's what it was.
I know Dom's going for his boy Jimmy, but I've got the Nuggets winning that series.
I probably.
So I think that Tom Brady's
it'd be a hell of a series.
Be an announcer this year because of that big deal he got with Fox. Because one of the deals is that he cannot play football once he starts announcing. So I think he's going to take this year off of announcing, take this year off of football, because when porn star Jimmy goes down, if that team starts to suck, he's in a protected investment and come out of retirement.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, but
he is a free agent and can do that.
I mean, he could step onto the field right now and at least be the second best quarterback in that division.
Yeah, kicking a stick.
By the way, where was the adulation and love and overrating for Matt Stafford when he was at Justin Herbert's point in his career, because right now the story arc is the same: a bunch of stats and no playoff wins. But I
Okay.
never saw Matt Stafford as ranked as a top 5 quarterback in the league
Yep.
ever.
I know. I'm going to say this now. It is time for me to go to the Sports Exchange on my other show with my publisher. So I do have to check out. We did go over it. We have it going Bills, Jets, or Dolphins, then Patriots, in that order in the division. I said 11 to 13 wins. Don said 11 or 12. You agreed with me on the 11 to 13 wins. And I think that's it for the Bills. I said 9 to 11 for the other teams, and then 7 to 9 for the Patriots.
Yep, I agree.
Mhm.
And I don't think there's no other way to break it down. I don't think anybody's going to pass the Bills unless they have a mass amount of injuries.
Exactly.
And with
Bills,
Aaron
if you're
Rodgers
listening, go get a running back.
and there's been 3 injuries in OTA so far. 2 of them have been Jets. Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard. Wrap them boys in bubble wrap, and all I got
Bubble wrap.
Get them some milk.
This has been Kneecap Biting with Smoke and Jeremy B. Have a great evening, everybody. And remember, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place.